So last week, His Grace God Kuleshwar Prabhuji, he gave us a very nice class. And so I'm just gonna give a brief takeaway, a recap of what he had discussed last week. So he started off the class by bringing up a point, one of the 10 truths of the Bhagavad Gita, one of the 10 truths of the Jiva in relation to Krishna, and that is that we are part and parcel of Krishna. And in quality itself, we are the same as Krishna, but in quantity, we are less. And he used a few examples of just how you take like a red ocean and you take a drop from the red ocean, how that drop will still have that red color. Or the same with you take like an ocean of mango and you take a drop from the mango juice. It's still mango juice. It still has the same qualities. And any quality that's in that drop, it has a source, and that source is Krishna. And so similarly, we look at each other and we are attracted to each other. We develop relationships with each other on the basis of certain qualities. Some of the qualities that he had talked about is beauty, how we find people attractive and we find each other attractive, but yet, or we even go out in nature, we find flowers, we see nature, sunsets, all of this is very attractive, very beautiful. But we have to understand that Krishna is the source of that. Krishna itself means all attractive. And another name that he goes by that Prabhuji I mentioned was Shama Sundar, which means dark beauty. And some of the other ones is wealth. And a lot of people, you heard this phrase like gold diggers. We're always attracted to like wealth, money. But Krishna, he's literally the husband of the goddess of fortune, the husband of the source of wealth. So he is the source of wealth. So we have to understand that Krishna, the source of wealth, Krishna is the source of strength. He could pick up a mountain as a little baby boy. Well, not a baby boy, he was a child. And he was able to pick up a mountain with his pinky and hold it for a few days. And he's famous, he's intelligent, he's truthful, he's full of truthfulness, and he's even a thief, like a butter thief. So he had named all of these qualities. And you see all these qualities, even though like the thief, you see that, they're all good qualities of Krishna. And so something else, a quality that Krishna has, is that he is Swarat, that he is fully independent, that he is fully free. And outside of all of those other qualities, he also gave us this freedom. We also have a minute amount of this Swarat. And the reason why we have this Swarat is so that we can develop love for Krishna, just as we develop attraction to each other for these qualities, so that we can develop this attraction to Krishna for these qualities, because he carries them in a higher or in a more. And so that was the beginning of it. And I kind of just broke down the rest of the class into a few questions. So 3 questions. The first question being, why serve Krishna? And he started off by saying, if Krishna's happy, then we become happy. And we have to understand that initially, we are full of pure love for Krishna. That is our natural position, to be pure in love for Krishna. And we'll never really find that satisfaction if we're not. He used an example of like Nishika. If she wanted to say, she was like, Mommy, I want to cook. You can't let her cook because it's like dangerous, so you buy her a toy kitchen. But in that toy kitchen, she's not able to make anything. Similarly, we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. We wanted to be independent from Krishna. And so Krishna has given us this toy material world so that we can do our own things. But it's nothing we do here is tangible. Nothing we do here can grant us that satisfaction, which is why we go to Krishna's kitchen or Mommy's kitchen, where we have real food, and we'll be able to actually attain real happiness. And so what is disturbing this purity, this pure love for Krishna? That's something that's the next question that I had. And so this is whenever he talked about the anarthas. So there are 6 anarthas that he covered. First he had described that anartha itself means profitable, but anartha means non-profitable. And all these qualities that I'm about to list, they're not profitable. So we should just get rid of them. And so the first one is lust that he talked about. And he used an example of with a child. If a child wants ice cream, and he's just I want ice cream, that's a form of lust. But once this child gets the ice cream, it turns into greed because he's not satisfied with that. He's like, I want more ice cream, I want more ice cream. But if you tell the child no, and you tell the child no, you can't have ice cream, then the child will become angry and get upset. But if the child is with a friend and his friend gets ice cream and he doesn't, then the child will develop enviness or similar. Or if he has the ice cream and he sees that his friends doesn't, then he'll develop this pridefulness. And so he discussed all these: lust, pride, envy, greed, anger, and then one last anartha. And this is like the cause of all of these anarthas: this illusion, this identification with I, me, and mine, identifying myself with the body. And so, how do we cleanse ourselves of this? How do we purify our hearts and get back to our original state of pure love for Krishna? That is the last part that he had talked about. And so in that, he had described how Srila Prabhupada has established this ISKCON so that we can do these daily 5 things. Whenever we went to Alachua, Prangavinda Prabhuji, he discussed like 5 things that we should do regularly every single day, which is Krishna Darshan, Krishna Bhakta Sangha, Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Smarana, Bhagavat Shravan, and then Krishna Prasad. Yes. And so Srila Prabhupada, he's established these centers where we can do that. And something that he had namely stressed is the importance of chanting this Maha Mantra. He even used an example. He gave a story with the personality of Kali Yuga and Yudhishthira Maharaj, and this personality came to Sadev, Nakul, Arjuna, Bhimse, and asked them all questions. And all these questions were just really left field questions. I don't know if you guys remember them. You can refer back to the video on YouTube for that. But ultimately, the last question, it was to Bhimse, and it was about how there was this really small, weak kid, and he was able to, and he had a string that would break very easily. But this kid with this weak string was able to pull a whole mountain with it, which is like mind-blowing. But still, and he describes that in that way, in this age of Kali, because each of the questions, the answers reflected a characteristics of the age of Kali. And so in this age of Kali, every one of us is burdened with a mountain of struggles. And in order to overcome that, we must chant daily. We must, chant daily to move or remove the mountain of struggles that we have. And with this, I just took away that it's very imperative that we chant to remove these anarthas. And I wanted to share like a story that I heard about Srila Prabhupada. One day Srila Prabhupada, he was traveling, I don't remember where he was traveling to, but he was at an airport and he was being greeted by the devotees. And as soon as he came there, all the devotees had paid obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. And not just the devotees, but everybody in the airport had actually just paid obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, even the people who didn't know Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada, he had looked at one of his devotees, and he didn't say it in a prideful way, but he had said that, do you know why all these people are bowing down to me? And he said, because I have no lust desire. And he said, no. It's because I have no time for lust desire. And so something I can take away from just that whole class is we need to constantly engage ourselves in the service of the Lord. Even if even chanting, if we are always chanting, we're doing these things, we're taking advantage of this honor Srila Prabhupada has given us, then we'll be able to purify our hearts, to cleanse our hearts, and reestablish that relationship with Krishna, return to our original state as a pure jiva.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.